Morning, everyone. I'm in the comfort of my chair here, relaxed. Tilted back, got the heat on my back. I want to bring up something to y'all, all the members of RV Diagnostic Facebook page, the website, my local members that bring their RVs for me repair, and my YouTube channel people. Preventive maintenance. Let's say that again. Preventive maintenance. And of course, my dog just grabbed the bowl and dumped food all over the place. But it's okay. Here you go. Look, preventive maintenance. There's preventive maintenance. Dog food all over the place. What that had to do with an RV? Preventive maintenance. Maybe if I put a big weight on the bottom of that bowl, that puppy can't lift it up. So it would prevent me from doing more work later, like cleaning the dog food up. All right, let's talk about a couple things. Hydraulic leveling systems. How many of out there, show of hands, actually change the hydraulic fluid? A lot of them are just regular old transmission fluid, folks. You don't even have to get all technical about it. Just have all the legs up, suck all the fluid out, put some fresh stuff in, and then go about your business and level again, go to another campsite, and then come back and then suck it out again and fill it up again, and then just keep doing that till it becomes clean, because it is the dirt that destroys your seals and solenoids. All right, folks. A little bit of side news on that too. If you see a lot of black, very fine black stuff, that's your rubber hose that's deteriorating from the inside, because what transmission fluid does is absorb moisture, and metal don't like moisture. All right, so that was one thought, folks. Real easy preventive maintenance thing. You know, how much is a solenoid, a valve body? How much is it cost to get a seal fixed on a hydraulic leveling leg? Let's talk about water heaters. Preventive maintenance. You're right. Whether it's a Suburban, an Atwood, even a what do you call it? Continuous hot water system. You have to take the orifice out of the gas chamber and clean it up. You have to take all the connections off of the board one at a time so you don't forget where they're at, and clean them up. You have to keep the mud daubers out of them. So it's preventive maintenance. And I would almost guarantee you this too. You have to flush the things. Whether you have a Suburban with a anode rod, or what we call sacrificial rod, or you have an aluminum tank, which is an Atwood, you still have to flush them out, folks, because the electric heating element is the next burger. I would say change out the electric heating element about every 5 years, 3 to 5 years, especially those that are full-timer going all over this place, getting different types of water, iron, non-iron, I've even sulfur in stuff, high nitrate levels. It is what it is. On the addition of that is keeping all the connections tight on the 120 side, the heating element. Preventive maintenance. I know you think I'm crazy. A lot of these manufacturers are wiring nut everything. They come loose because, face it, your house that's on wheels is not like your house that's on a foundation. It does not get, the house on the foundation does not get its foundation shook up every time you drive down the road. I don't care if you got a 99 Beaver like me with 4 airbags per suspension or axle, and it rides like a Rolls Royce down the road. It still gets shaken up. So please, folks, preventive maintenance. That way, preventive maintenance, you remember the old saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Well, a pound of cure is costing you big money. All right? I'll be glad to charge you like $140 an hour if you stop by here, and I'll fix your RV for you. But I would hate to say, after almost 50 years of doing this stuff, maintenance work, mechanical, electrical, chemical, hydraulics, pneumatics. Um, ah, I would say 80% of it could have been avoided because somebody did not do preventive maintenance. So this is year 2021. There's all kind of stuff going on, but one of the things that should be going on is, you got it, preventive maintenance. Let's move on to another subject. Engines, whether they're gas or diesel, the fuel system needs additives. Unfortunately, we have 10% ethanol and stuff. And then now we got low sulfur diesel, and we got DEF. DEF, right? The particle filter system. Please, folks, do not idle your diesel engine no more than a minute. That system is not designed to idle. That is number one killer of the DEF system. And it ain't cheap. It is like $5,000. And then I'm going to charge you to put it on. Preventive maintenance. Don't mean to raise my voice, but preventive maintenance. Oil changes, especially you diesel guys and gas people. You could spend a little extra money, not much, and do an oil sample on your engine and your transmission. You'll be amazed at what it's going to tell you. All right, I use Blackstone. All right, just tell them you're from RV Diagnostics. They'll give you a whole bunch of them free, the kits, and they'll probably give you a little discount. All right, tell them you're from RV Diagnostics. Preventive maintenance, oil samples, engine and transmission. All right, what other things we have? Heaters, propane heaters. Some of you got one, some of you got two, some of you got a 40,000 unit, some of you got 25,000 BT. They're all the same, folks. Almost like a water heater. Connections. Propane has a chemical in it. Well, you don't even worry about the name. It makes it stink. But unfortunately, it also has a lot of oil and stuff in it. McCaffrey, it builds up. All right, so you have to clean the igniter. You have to keep about 1/8 of an inch between the igniter and where it is because it's a backfeed system. Preventive maintenance. You have to take the orifice out, clean it up, clean that tube out that's inside. If you look at some of my YouTube channel videos, especially on the water tank heater, I broke that thing down to, oh my God, down to the last little part for you and how to troubleshoot it, all right? Preventive maintenance, folks. You will spend less money by doing this. If you don't know how to do a lot of this, just join my website, www.rvdiagnostics.com. I will teach you one-on-one over the phone like I'm doing right now. Folks, preventive maintenance. My God, please if you own an RV, if you own a car, if you own anything, you need a multimeter today. I didn't tell you go out and buy a fluke multimeter, but I did tell you get a multimeter. And I know some of them have to be category 3 and 4 and AC, and you're going to, oh, no. You know what? The wrong oil in an engine is better than no oil in an engine. So a multimeter will get you by AC and DC. And a clamp-on amp probe would be nice. Preventive maintenance. Let's talk about batteries. Folks, I'd say 90% of you are not going to check your water level of your battery. Wet cells. If you're not going to do that, put in AGMs, absorbent glass mat. Make sure you get virgin lead. All right, that means it ain't been recycled. For some of you folks out there, they're a little bit more money, but let me tell you a quick story. I'm going on 13 years out of a set of batteries. Yes, I'm a mechanic. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. But I keep them clean. I keep them on a little solar charger. I keep it plugged in. The virgin lead. They're over 12 years old, folks. It's amazing. Yeah, I paid a little bit of money for it, but if you think 12 years ago, to replace that battery in 4 years from 4, so I got 8 years past that, it would have cost more. Wait a minute, and there's the fun of taking them things in and out. Now, if you got deep pockets, money to burn, get the lithium set up. But make sure for your coach. Make sure that you have the right charger system, okay? But still, they need preventive maintenance. You have to go in and make sure the connections are tight, things are clean. It don't matter what battery system you have, preventive maintenance. You have to follow it from the battery over to where it goes to the coach disconnect, right? Or chassis disconnect. And you check all the connections and flow your cable out. Take your finger, go right down there like that. And oh my God, you'll find out that there's this bus bar where the big cable feeds a bunch of little cables and nuts and all that. And you got to see if they're tight. Why? What do we say? Your house foundation, your RV foundation is a set of tires that go down the road and hit holes. NVH for us engineer guys, noise, vibration, and harshness. Well, I'm going to tell you what, you hear a noise. You know why? Because it's vibration and it's harsh on components. So I keep looking at myself in my phone here, but it's all right. I'm going to look right here. So preventive maintenance, folks. We can just keep on going on. Cooling system. You're going to laugh at this one. Yeah, some of you check it, but have you checked the boiling and freezing point? Wait a minute. Have you stuck a multimeter in it and see what your electrolysis is? Preventive maintenance. If you don't know what I'm talking about on that one, learn it. It'll help you actually. Electrolysis is when two different types of metal get heated. Right? You can take a piece of aluminum, piece of copper, put them together, make a Y, right? Put a multimeter on each end of the Y where they're clamped together, light them up with a torch, and watch it produce millivolts. That's happening in your system, which is corroding. Oh, wait a minute. Diesel engines made out of cast iron, and the radiator's probably aluminum. You're laughing at me, but how many out there have spent big money on an aluminum radiator? All right. Even if it was copper, like the old days, different metal. So please, folks, freezing, boiling point, and electrolysis. Stick a multimeter in there. All right. Preventive maintenance. I can go on and on, man. We can pick all kinds of slides. Folks, y'all won't do nothing to your rubber. You got to use a Aerospace 303. Good stuff. You know why I promote this stuff? Because I use it and I see how it works. There's a serpentine belt out there running around on a Corvette. I don't know, 15 years old now. We took it out, soaked it in there. I think it's 15. Probably, I don't know. I'm forgetting stuff. I soaked it right in there. In like a little pan. Dumped out the 303. Cleaned the belt off, put the belt on, and it's still doing good. Wait a minute. You could probably do that too. Your serpentine belts on your RV. That don't mean your pulleys are going to be any good 15 years later. But at least you know your belt won't break if a pulley don't lock up. Folks, air conditioning systems, chassis and coach. Y'all, let's talk about the chassis one. You know, a lot of y'all don't understand when the AC system's working that it does condensate inside and moisture builds up. This takes away from the ability of it to cool. So I know I'm crazy and you think I'm crazy, but you need to get it vacuumed down. And I'm not, no, not 15 minutes. Because remember, it goes from the front of the coach, like on a diesel pusher, all the way to the back. A gasser, the engine's up front on 99% of them. They do make a rear pusher gasser chassis. It's rare. It's only like a couple years. I think they're starting to bring them back out. So with a diesel one, the engine's in the back on a diesel pusher. So you have to vacuum that thing down for at least 2 hours. Pull all that moisture out of there. You know, a lot of people go, hey, you need to change the receiver dryer and the accumulator. Vacuum it down, folks, 2 hours. It'll draw all that moisture out of there. Then put fresh Freon back in, or put the other Freon back in you took out. Believe it or not, you will see a difference in cooling going down the road. Let's talk about them rooftop units, RTUs, air conditioners. How many get up there and blow out the evaporator condenser? Yep, about 20% of you. So, folks, I'm glad you got all that money to replace them units, because I'm going to tell you what, the new ones on the market, they ain't that good. So, y'all that have the older ones, blow them out. Again, 120's up there, 12 volt. While you're up there, clean off all them boards, the connectors, the 120 where they, wait a minute, wire nut them. I get rid of the wire nuts and I use like the Germans do. You stick the wire in each end, you clamp it down with a bolt or a set screw, Allen or Torx, and a little block, and then I tape it up real good. Some of them, you can even buy them insulated. Preventive maintenance, folks. We just got, oh my God, preventive maintenance on 50 amp, 30 amp cords. Some of y'all, I see you in the park. I looked over this one guy, all his little male terminal sticking out of his plug were like, God, like, I don't know what they were. Like, they probably are like 100-year-old penny or something. You know, they just that bad. Clean them up before you stick them in. Dirt. Preventive maintenance. I'm going to keep going on about preventive maintenance. Please, folks. I love to make your money or take your money, but I'm at the age now where I'm having fun, just like you, and a lot of you are on the road full time, even you part-timers. Please, preventive maintenance. This is Jeff from RV Diagnostics. I will have another video on preventive maintenance going over some subjects. 4 ways to get a hold of me. One is on the YouTube channel, RV Diagnostics. Just give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Put down what you think. You're wrong, Jeff. It's a pretty good idea, Jeff. Or just say, hey, you want to know more information. You know what I mean? I'll do my best to answer you. The other way is on the RV Diagnostics and Troubleshooting Facebook page. We're probably going to hit 17,000 members by March 13th. That's pretty good, folks. That's 3 years running. Not bad. Thank you very much for the support out there. A bunch of us are actually learning each other and having fun. And a lot of y'all, a lot of y'all come up this way. And that's the other way to reach me, is at the garage, RV Diagnostics in Seaford, Delaware, 19973. You can get a hold of me a couple different ways. One, email me at jeff@RV Diagnostics. The other one is Facebook Messenger or the YouTube channel. You can say, hey, Jeff, I want to get a hold of you. And, you know, I got them coming from Michigan, Canada, and they go down to Florida, whatever, like that. I don't blame them for being a snowbird from Canada. But, well, that's probably where snowbirds come from. Anyway, so that's another way you can get a hold of me. Meet me at the garage. And what's good about the garage is when you come here, I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to charge you. Oh, yeah, I'm going to charge you. But I'm going to show you what I'm doing so you can do it. So, you know, I got enough work, folks. I could work 7 days a week, 20 hours a day, and I can't no more. My body's starting to fall apart. I love what I do, though. And to all my Army friends out there, God bless you. It was great to serve with you. Still, I have some of y'all memories that I'll never forget that were just great, even at a time of war. The other one is, you got the YouTube channel, got the Facebook page, you got the website, www.rvdiagnostic.com. That's where I do one-on-one with you. I don't care if you know how to use a multimeter, wrenches, nothing. I don't care if you just bought the RV the first time in your life, you don't even know what an ignition key is in place. I'm going to help you learn your RV. The first year is going to be trying. You're going to learn a lot of stuff. You're going to learn your RV, how to troubleshoot it, and you won't need a lot of people. You might, if it's like engine work, you need a head or something. That's a different story, but your basic stuff, we're going to get you by. Okay, once again, 4 ways. 1, YouTube channel, put a note. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Tell people about me. 2, the website, www.rvdiagnostic.com. That's plural, diagnostics. Facebook page. You know what it's called. RV Diagnostics Troubleshooting. 4th one is the garage in Seaford, Delaware, 19973. And you know how to get a hold of me there. Thank you very much. I'll be posting this. There'll be more videos on preventive maintenance.